If you are still making your customers wait until business hours to get assistance, you are losing them to competitors who figured this out years ago. I'm talking about 24/7 customer support. And before you think that's impossible for my team size or I can't afford round-the-clock staff, hear me out. Because today, AI has completely changed the game. You can now deliver stellar support around the clock without burning your team or spending a fortune. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to build a 24/7 AI-powered customer support system that actually works, handles real customer issues, and not just the basic stuff. First, let's talk about why 24/7 support has become so important. And the reality is, your customers' problems don't wait for your company's business hours to unfold. Someone in New York might need help at 2 a.m. your time, and someone in Tokyo is reaching out during your lunch break. And here's the scary part. After surveying over 1,200 consumers in the US, we found that 72% of them will straight up switch brands after just one bad experience. That's why being available around the clock has become such a big deal. So how do we do that in the easiest and most cost-effective way? Let's start with strategy number 1, build out self-service options. This is where most businesses should start because it solves a ton of problems at once. First thing you need is a really solid knowledge base. And I'm talking about a place where customers can find answers on their own anytime they want. Think troubleshooting guides, how-to articles, product tutorials, and FAQs. It needs to be well organized and easy to navigate. And if someone can't find the answer in under 1 minute, they're going to come up and contact you anyway. So keep it simple and keep it updated. For example, let's say that you run a tech company. You could create a series of video tutorials showing people how to set up your product. Now, whenever someone gets stuck, even at 11 p.m. on a Sunday, they can just watch the video and fix it themselves. Next up are AI chatbots. And before you roll your eyes, hear me out. AI-powered chatbots have gotten really good at handling simple, repetitive questions. Things like, where's my order? Or how do I reset my password? Or what are your shipping options? The beauty of AI chatbots is that they are available 24/7, they never get tired, and they can instantly pull information from your knowledge base to give people answers. But what's super important is that your chatbot needs to know when it can handle something. Because here's the thing, 59% of support professionals say that human-led support is still absolutely crucial when dealing with complex issues. So if a customer asks something complicated or sensitive, your bot should be smart enough to say, hey, let me connect you with someone on our team who can help you with this. And when that handoff happens, the human should be able to see the entire conversation history so the customer doesn't have to repeat themselves. And that's the sweet spot. Automation for the simple stuff, humans for everything else. And don't forget about community forums. They are a great way for customers to help each other out, share tips, and solve common problems together. All right, moving on to strategy number 2. Optimize how you handle different communication channels. So your customers can reach out to you via several touch points, such as email, chat, phone, or social DMs. But no matter how they contact you, they expect fast responses. The problem here is that many teams are still juggling 5 different tools to manage all of that. And that's when things start to get messy. Someone tweets about a broken product and no one sees it. An important customer email gets buried under a pile of notifications. By the time your team catches up, the customer's already frustrated. And that's why you need one tool where all customer conversations from every channel land automatically. So your team can see what's new, who's replying, and what's still waiting. Once you've got that set up, layer some automation on top. Start with simple auto replies. Hey there, thanks for reaching out. We've got your message and someone will get back to you shortly. It sounds basic, but it does make a huge difference. Customers know you've seen their message and your team gets a bit of breathing room to respond properly. Next, use templates for all of those repetitive questions that you get every day. You know the ones. What's your refund policy? Or how do I reset my password? Instead of typing the same thing 10 times a day, your team can send polished on-brand replies in seconds. Pull all of that together, shared visibility, automation, and templates, and your response times drop like crazy. And if you are wondering what tool does all of this, yep, Hiver. Hiver brings all of your essential support channels into one clean interface, helps you automate routine replies, and gives your team the tools to respond faster. You can literally get started for free in under 10 minutes. All right, strategy number 3, outsource or distribute support across time zones. So one of the biggest challenges with 24/7 support is covering all of the hours without burning out your team. So how do you solve that? The strategy that works best for this is using distributed teams across different time zones. If you have support staff in different parts of the world, you can provide 24/7 coverage without anyone working overnight shifts. Your team in the US handles daytime support and then hands things off to an outsourced team in India or the Philippines when they clock out. Everyone works normal hours, but your customers get round-the-clock support. Plus, you can bring in people who understand regional issues or speak different languages, which makes the whole experience better. Once you've got your global system up and running, there's one more thing that separates good support from great support: how well you track it. So let's talk about how to measure what matters and keep quality in check. When you are running a 24/7 support operation, performance isn't just about being always on. It's about how consistent that experience feels, whether a customer reaches out at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. And to know if you are actually pulling that off, there are 2 metrics that matter more than anything else: SLA adherence and handoff success rate. Let's start with SLA adherence. This measures how often your team keeps its promises. That means replying or resolving tickets within the time that you've committed. For example, if your goal is to respond to every chat within 2 minutes and your team hits that 97% of the time, that's a strong SLA adherence. But speed alone isn't the point. In a 24/7 setup, reliability matters more. You don't want great response times during the day and radio silence at night. The goal is consistency across every shift, every time zone, every channel. Then there's the handoff success rate, which measures how smoothly customer issues move between teams or regions. Say an agent in India wraps up their day and passes an open ticket to a teammate in the US. If it's picked up quickly, the context is clear, and the customer never has to repeat themselves, that's a successful handoff. High handoff success means your system's working like clockwork. Together, these 2 metrics tell you everything that you need to know about the health of your 24/7 support setup, managing the challenges that will come up. So running a 24/7 support sounds great until you actually do it. Once different teams, time zones, and handoffs come into play, even small cracks start to show. The first challenge is keeping things consistent across shifts. You don't want one team giving completely different answers from another. That's where a platform like Hiver helps. Everyone can see ticket history, internal notes, and past conversations. So when a handoff happens, nothing slips through. Standardized training, response templates, and clear escalation rules also make sure every agent works from the same playbook. The next challenge is keeping your self-service content up to date. Your AI tools are only as good as the information they rely on. If your knowledge base is outdated, your chatbot will give wrong answers. Now, this can sound like a lot to manage, but customers already expect this level of service. If you want to deliver it without the chaos, try Hiver. It's just a few clicks, and you can set up a modern AI customer service platform that's powerful yet effortless to use. No complex setups, no training marathons, and you can click the first link below and get started with Hiver for free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.